You think you know Hollywood. You think you know the story because you saw the headline scrolling at the bottom of a cable news screen. Rob Reiner, Michelle Reiner, dead. But you don't know the story. Not really. We look at these people, the directors, the producers, the royalty of the hills, and we think they live in a different world. A world wrapped in velvet ropes and security gates. A world where the endings are scripted, the lighting is perfect, and the music swells at just the right moment to tell you how to feel. We watched Rob Reiner grow up. We watched him argue with Archie Bunker in a living room in Queens, and then we watched him step behind the camera to give us The Princess Bride, Stand By Me, A Few Good Men. He was the architect of our nostalgia. He told us that friendship lasts forever. He told us that love conquers all. But last Sunday, inside a sprawling estate in Brentwood, the script didn't just go off the rails. It burned. There was no music swelling. There was no director yelling, "Cut!" There was just silence, broken by the unimaginable. This is the story of a Christmas party, a prodigal son, and a master bedroom turned into a slaughterhouse. Let's go back to Saturday night, December 13th. The air is crisp in Los Angeles. It's that time of year when the industry pats itself on the back. The destination? Conan O'Brien's house. This isn't just a party, it's a summit. The invite list reads like the Mount Rushmore of comedy. Tom Hanks is there, shaking hands. Adam Sandler is cracking jokes about the holiday ham. Martin Short is holding court. It's warm. It's loud. It's the inner sanctum. Rob Reiner fits right in. Of course he does. He's the elder statesman of this tribe. Affable, smiling, signature observational humor on display. Beside him is Michelle, his wife, his partner, the woman who stood by him while they built an empire. But there's a ghost at the feast. Nick. Nick Reiner, 32 years old, the middle son. While the legends of comedy are inside, clinking glasses, drinking expensive wine, and reminiscing about the glory days, Nick isn't working the room. He's not charming the producers. According to witnesses, he's outside, standing alone by the fire pit. Picture it, the glow of the fire dancing on his face. He's not in a suit. He's wearing a hoodie, a hat, jeans, scruffy, unkempt. He's smoking a cigarette, staring into the flames, speaking to no one. He is the alien in the garden. And then, the rupture. Sources say an argument broke out, right there amidst the holiday cheer. Rob and his son, father and boy. We don't know the words, not yet, but we know the temperature. It wasn't a disagreement about politics. It wasn't a debate about a movie script. It was the kind of jagged, ugly tension that makes people look down at their shoes. The kind of tension that comes from years of scar tissue. Addiction is a thief. We know Nick struggled with it. He's been open about that darkness. And anyone who has loved an addict knows that the holidays aren't joyful. They are a minefield. Was this an intervention gone wrong? A demand for money? A plea for help? Whatever was said, it was the overture to a funeral. The party ended. The lights went out. The Reiners went home to Brentwood. Nick went to the guest house on the property. And then Sunday came. Pacing slows down. Darker. Heavier. Sunday, December 14th, 3 p.m. The sun is shining in West Los Angeles, but the phone at the Reiner estate isn't being answered. Romy Reiner, their 27-year-old daughter, lives right across the street. Close. Maybe too close, or maybe just close enough to know when something is wrong. The silence is deafening. It's the middle of the afternoon. Rob should be up. Michelle should be up. She walks across the street. She opens the door. She finds them in the master bedroom. The medical examiner's report is cold. It's clinical. It uses phrases like multiple sharp force injuries. It says the manner of death was homicide. Let me translate that for you. Sharp force injuries means a knife. It means close contact. It means rage. This wasn't a gun fired from a distance. This was intimate. This was personal. Someone looked them in the eye. Rob Reiner, the man who made us believe in magic, bled out on his own floor. Michelle, the photographer who captured beauty, died beside him. Romy didn't scream, or maybe she did, and no one heard. She ran. She fled the house, back across the street to her own place, frantic, telling a friend to call 911. But it was too late. The sirens that wailed toward Brentwood weren't racing to save lives. They were racing to a crime scene. Pause. A shift to the manhunt. Faster, grittier. Where was Nick? While his sister was discovering the bodies of the parents who gave him life, Nick was 15 miles away. We have video. It's always on video now, isn't it? The grainy digital testimony of the damned. Sunday night, 8:20 p.m. An ARCO gas station near USC, Exposition Boulevard. This isn't the polished streets of Brentwood. This is the city grit. The camera captures him ambling across the asphalt. He's wearing a baseball cap. He's got a red backpack slung over one shoulder. He walks into the store. He heads for the refrigerators. He pivots. He walks out. Then, 12 seconds later, he comes back in. He's pacing, swaying, glancing over his shoulder. He buys a drink. He pays cash. Look at the banality of it. He just allegedly butchered his mother and father, and now he's standing in line for a soda. He's swaying under the fluorescent hum of a convenience store, a man decomposing in real time. Less than an hour later, the net closes. The cameras catch it. An ambulance barrels through the intersection of Exposition and Vermont, followed by a squad car. Then, suddenly, the traffic stops. The regular cars, wait, those aren't regular cars. They light up. Unmarked units. They swarm. Nick Reiner stands across the street. The lights wash over him. Blue and red. Blue and red. He raises his hands. No fight. No chase. Just the surrender. 9:15 p.m. The son of Hollywood royalty, handcuffed on a street corner, miles away from the mansion, miles away from the legacy. Pause. Reflective. Sad. Wednesday. The courtroom. It's a sterile place. No red carpets here. Nick Reiner stands before a judge. He's 32, but he looks like a child lost in a storm. He speaks 3 words. Just 3. Yes, Your Honor. He waives his right to a speedy arraignment. He accepts the weight of the state coming down on him. Life in prison without parole. Or the death penalty. Think about that. Rob Reiner, a man who spent his life advocating for liberal causes, for humanity, for mercy. His murder could lead to the state execution of his own son. It is a tragedy so pure, so Greek in its construction, that it hurts to look at directly. And the friends? The inner circle? They are circling the wagons. Billy Crystal, Martin Short, Albert Brooks. The people who made America laugh for 40 years released a statement. It's heartbreaking. They quoted "It's a Wonderful Life," one of Rob's favorites. Each man's life touches so many other lives, and when he isn't around, he leaves an awful hole, doesn't he? They ended the statement with 3 words. You have no idea. They are right. We have no idea. We see the movies, we see the awards, we see the smiles at the Vanity Fair parties. We don't see the arguments by the fire pit. We don't see the struggle with the pills and the powders. We don't see the fear in a father's eyes when he realizes his son is a stranger. Rob Reiner spent a lifetime telling us stories where the good guys win, where the boys find the dead body but learn a lesson about life, where the princess gets saved from the castle. But life isn't a movie. There is no script doctor to fix the third act. Rob and Michelle Reiner built a fortress of success. They had the fame, the money, the respect. They had it all. But they couldn't lock the doors against the one thing that destroys more families than anything else: the rot from within. The next time you see that star on the Walk of Fame, don't think about the movies. Think about the silence in that master bedroom.